Hi, and welcome to Old San Juan Historic Walk. My name is Kaleb from Kirk Experiences, and I will be your host for today. Just in a nutshell, for about an hour, we'll be walking, covering the Colonial district of Old San Juan, concentrated in the northern side of the city. Along the walk, please watch your steps, because since we are walking on a very active streets. As well, we'll be walking inside the residential area, so be considerate with the neighbors. In case that someone needs to use the bathrooms, so this is the right time. Bathrooms are located inside the nearby restaurants where you also can grab a bottle of water. And just to start, first of all, I would like to know what are your names and where you're from. As well, what is your main interest along the walk? History, architecture, things to do, where to go? Please feel free to ask along the walk as you need it. And just to start, did you know what is the original name of Puerto Rico? Borinquen. This is how our Taínos, our native, used to call and refer to the island. And the meaning of Borinquen is the land of the valiant Lord. And that is the reason behind the why we refer to ourselves as Boricuas, the people of Boriquen. History of Puerto Rico in less than 2 minutes. 1493, second voyage of Christopher Columbus. The Spaniards arrived into the island and claimed the island under the Spanish flag until 1898, when due to the Spanish-American War, we became part of the U.S. as a non-incorporated territory as of today. And coming to Old San Juan is the oldest city in the Americas, and it gets its coat of arms in 1521, and since that time has been served as the capital of the island and the center of economic development and power. And did you know something? When the Spanish Empire, when they were expanding its presence overseas, technically they declared Santo Domingo in Dominican Republic has the capital, San Juan, Puerto Rico has the military fort, and Mexico City has the bank. So San Juan, Puerto Rico is the first port from Europe into the Americas, last port from the Americas into Europe. So everybody has to stop here to replenish food and water. And that is the reason behind the why. If you know Puerto Ricans, where you're from, so you will noticing that we have the tendency to believe that we are the center of the universe. As well, that's one of the reasons behind the why too many artists are from the island. You know, J-Lo, Ricky Martin, Daddy Yankee, Bad Bunny, all of them are originally from Puerto Rico. Right? So we have a very strong artistic heritage. That's it. And you know something as well? When the Spaniards settled themselves in Old San Juan, they were hiding from the Taíno attack, our native Indians. And technically, Old San Juan is an island and it's a rock. And one of the reasons behind the why they were non-Taíno tribe in Old San Juan is because they were non-source of drinking water. So one of the marvels behind the Spaniard architecture techniques was how they were able to build water cisterns underground, the main courtyards, and use the limestone to purify and collect the rainwater. And that's also why they create a small a fortress. On the back side, we can appreciate the inside perspective of the walls of Old San Juan, which are considered has a first line of defense since the colonial time. The construction of the walls dated after 1625, after the Dutch attack, and it took over 200 years to complete the whole walls that originally was surrounded the whole islet of Old San Juan. On top of the wall, we can appreciate the sentry box, which are the posts designed for soldiers to take a look and watch the bay of Old San Juan. And they were strategically located every 500 feet on top of the wall. As well, white building on the backside, there is La Fortaleza, the governor's mansion, which is the second oldest governor's mansion on the Western Hemisphere. Behind also, we can appreciate San Juan Bay, which is the main harbor of Puerto Rico and is the third deepest natural bay on the world. And actually is One, uh, one very interesting fact is that it was used to hide the submarines after the Cold War, after the Second World War until the Cold War, because it's the only base where the radars cannot detect the submarines. In the horizon, we can appreciate La Cordillera Central, which is the line of mountains that cross the island from east to west. As well, there is Bacardi Factory, because in Puerto Rico, we are considered the wrong capital of the world. But just be careful, because we have a friendly competition in between Don Q and Bacardi. Because Don Q is originally from the island, Bacardi is originally from Cuba. So nowadays, both are Puerto Ricans, but it's like a family fight. That's it. And talking a little bit about the character of the Puerto Rican people and Puerto Rican culture. The main facts that describe Puerto Rican culture is the fact that we are good hosts, we are very family oriented and community oriented culture. So religious values and traditions are really engraved into the culture. As an example, we ask for the blessing every time when we get into the house of our elders. There is a prayer prior vast majority of government events and family gatherings. We celebrated all religious holidays, and our Christmas season is the longest Christmas season in the world. Just began in Thanksgiving, runs until January 6th, Three Wise Men Day, our main holiday on Christmas, and then in Old San Juan will be extended until the third week of January, San Sebastian Festival on it. As well, talking a little bit of religious values and heritage. So in Old San Juan, do we have the oldest church on the Western Hemisphere, which is the Church of San Jose, which was just reopened less than a year ago after 18 years of archaeological restoration. And it's an active church located in the northern side of the city and a place that I encouraging you to visit it. Also, San Juan Cathedral, which is the second oldest cathedral on the Western Hemisphere. Its construction dated from 1511, was declared a cathedral in 1521, and since 1978 hold the ranking of Basilica minor basilica accordingly to the Catholic structure. And two main facts on regards San Juan Cathedral: first, it's an active church. Secondly, Ponce de Leon is buried inside the cathedral, and it's a place that I encourage to visit it if you have a time. It's admission free, but they always ask for donation for its improvement process. And it was mentioned Ponce de Leon, and Ponce de Leon, he was the first appointed governor of Puerto Rico, and who 2 years after being appointed as a governor, he kept his exploration travel on a search of the fountain of the youth and ended up in Florida. And that's why maybe it sounds familiar for those who are coming from the mainland. That's it. Hey. On the case that you want to try local food and our local dishes, our signature dish is mofongo, which is technically green plantains, fry it, smash it on the wooden bowl, and then mix it with your favorite stuffing, like chicken, meat, shrimps, whatever you want. Also, tostones, which are plantain chips, rice and beans, our daily. The beef stew. Those are the main dishes that you cannot leave the island without trying it. As well, as a rum capital of the world, our signature drink is piña colada, which was a drink made for military personnel on the 50s. So everybody claims in the island that they have the best piña colada. And for those who want to try the real Puerto Rican piña colada, you need to taste it with a little bit of rum, or the chocolate rum, especially Don Q on this regard. As well, so for those who like beer, so our local beer is Medalla. It's a very light beer. You can find it everywhere. So where to buy and bring back home: coffee, chocolates, and rum. Those are the main souvenirs that you can bring it. So thank you for coming and for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your day on the city.